Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I have to give out this statement pretty much in regards to my YouTube channel. If you've seen my tweet today, I did really mean that. What my tweet said was I'm rebranding my YouTube channel to cover more other genre films because I cannot, with a clear conscience, be DC centric right now. I believe they are an embarrassment. Yeah. And I love DC. I love DC ever since I was young. I love DC ever since I saw Christopher Reeve fly for the first time in Superman. And ever since, I mean, that's how I got my name Christopher. It wasn't, Clark, because I love that Christopher Reeve version of Superman. My parents named me after him, Christopher. That's where it came from. And I was always there. I loved Superman. Superman's my favorite, just as you know, my favorite ultimate superhero ever. And I've come to love a little bit of Batman because, Batman was the other strong DC, character that came out in the movies. Because I love movies. Like movies, I love going to movies. I love being in theaters. I love the smell of the popcorn. The lights go down. And when they have projectors, you hear the flickers, the popping noise, and it's just a wonderful experience. My uncle had VHS tapes up the yin yang, and I got to watch all kinds of genre. He loved different genres, specifically like science fiction, horror, thriller, suspense, action, adventure, superhero movies, cape shit. Love all that. And God, I mean, and I created this channel in 2016 because I fell in love with Batman v Superman. Like I loved Man of Steel, but at that time I was on a surface level viewer, like many of yourself. And maybe you've probably started learning things that one would never know about the behind the scenes of movies and all this things that happen, this negative stuff that happens behind the scenes of Hollywood. Yeah, you probably had an idea that Hollywood was kind of like this, but not being this focused. Like I remember the time when I would even know an executive's name. Like hardly. Or if I never knew the actor, I'd look him up as like, oh, that was a pretty good actor. Oh, he starred in that and that. You never knew much about that, right? And I remember those times how you could really explore things like, I just like that movie. I understand you don't like that movie. Let's have a discussion why you don't like that movie and why I liked it. What did that movie meant? What did that movie try to tell you? What did that try to convey? Oh, was it a cool, awesome film? Was it not a cool, awesome film? That type of discussion, that was awesome. And that was the kind of discussion we've had in 2016. But it got deeper, right? It got much deeper because we started realizing that there was something not right about the DC Films regime over at Warner Brothers. There was something not right about it. Something wrong. And we started to realize that after Justice League came out. Because at that time, we were still believing the studio all the way up to when the Justice League, the Joss Whedon's version of Justice League came out. A lot of people cued right in. They knew exactly what was happening. They knew exactly what was wrong. And I started to learn more. I started to connect with different people and learn more about what happened during Justice League. And it's not, and even though the Snyder Cut's coming out, I'm so ecstatic. I can't wait to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. But you learn a lot more about the behind the scenes. Specifically, what Ray Fisher has been putting out. And what Ray Fisher has been putting out pretty much coincides with what I've learned throughout the years. But it's like you don't see that at all. Like this is the first time, maybe not the first time, but at least one of the moments in time, especially with the advent of social media and Twitter, that actors like him could come out and say what needs to be said without without protecting his career at all, because most of these times people want to protect their career. Come on, it's a career. Right? You don't get a chance to be a superhero movie actor and then kind of just push things aside because you want to be in the next movie and stuff, right? Ray Fisher's not. He's totally about accountability over entertainment, and he's taking it home. He's going right at DC Films president Walter Hamada. Now, the investigation in Justice League had done really well so far. Like Jeff Johns, he doesn't have any future project contracts that I can see of. It's just the basic Stargirl and whatever, Titans and stuff like that. His name is on those. But where's the Green Lantern? Where's the other future stuff? And Ray Fisher is saying that he's slowly being let go. I can kind of see that. Joss Whedon, gone. He's been forced to leave multiple projects. So that has happened. But Walter Hamada is still there. He's still the DC Films president, making weird choices, wrong choices, one right after the other, stumbling over his feet. And so, with the letter that Ray Fisher put out today, which I'll cover in my daily show, but I want to be able to talk to you right now in kind of a heart-to-heart moment. I'm having a heart-to-heart with you right now. That I just simply cannot cover. I cannot get hyped and promote DC Films, like just DC Films, as a DC film-centric hub. Even the DC properties are there because of some of the names of the individuals that are toxic are on those projects. So in my right mind, in my right heart, I just don't want to get hyped for those anymore. It just saddens me because I love DC. I love DC. I'm a DC fan. But they're not willing to take care of their own. They're not willing to ensure that people that come in are protected. And so in my right mind right now, because this is out right now, this is out in the open, I just cannot be a DC centric channel. So my daily shows will not just be DC centric. You may find some DC articles that I cover, and these are big drops, big articles that come out through the trades that are substantial, things that the industry as a whole is talking about, like probably this Ray Fisher situation. I will definitely talk about that. I will no longer cover CW. I will no longer cover any DC animation, video games, things like that. Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is a movie that the executives over at DC Films right now don't want to support and are trying to keep it from continuing. Me showing support for that would go against them, and so definitely I will continue to do so. I will continue to support Zack Snyder's Justice League and all the cast and crew that are behind that project. But from here on out, in the immediate future, I will be covering movies from Netflix, from Universal Studios, from Disney. I can even cover Marvel now. Big things that are happening, things that people are talking about in the industry in regards to all these other films. Yes, I'm going to cover Godzilla and Dune because they were made by Legendary Productions. Warner Brothers is just distributing that. There's other people that are in Warner Brothers that are not toxic, that are not enabling, they're not gaslighting, that are not part of DC films that I will definitely support and cover. It's not their fault. There's a lot more things coming down the pipeline. I'll continue doing editorials as well. They may be DC here and there, but it's probably things that I wish could have happened, wish would have happened. This journey hasn't ended for me. In fact, I'm almost coming around to being the Ping Pong Flix Show that I've always wanted to be in the beginning. And I can totally understand that I'll probably lose a lot of viewers. I'll probably lose a lot of subscribers. I understand. But I have to do this because this is where my head's at. This is where my heart's at. And I have to be true to it. Or else I'm not giving you my complete honesty. And I have to give you my complete honesty. Like I said, when I started this channel in 2016, this was always from the heart. So if you continue on with this journey, thank you very much. I truly, humbly thank you for your support and your viewership and your subscription or your membership. Definitely. I will continue to try to give you the best up-to-date on topics in film, in genre films specifically. And it could be anything, like I said. Could be more Godzilla. Could be more Dune. Could be Power Rangers again. Wherever that road leads. So once again, thank you so much for the support. And I'll see you next time.